Samo neki kad sam dao.
Tražite Jusuf.
Thank you. It's nice to see all the community together. Definitely. It's good. It's twice someone is drinking.
Nemojte da nema, govori, možete će svi poneti malo nazad, oni što ovdje ovako, ne vidi se nekako. Svi! Moramo svi nazad.
Sorry.
Ajmo još malo nazad, samo molim.
Ako nazad malo.
Molim vas, malo pažnje. Izgledam već poslaci. Ovdje se svi malo nazad. Ovdje je bilo ništa lijepi, molim vas. Od vas očekujem malo više. Promenite se malo nazad.
in Birmingham for the ceremonial program marking the Statehood Day of Bosnia and Herzegovina. My name is Alina Walsh and I will be your host for tonight. Tonight, we celebrate the history, identity, freedom and unity of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and at the same time reflect on 30 years since the signing of the Dayton Peace Agreement and the strength of our diaspora here in the United Kingdom. Can we all please stand for the national anthems of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the United Kingdom, performed by Bilal Salkic and Januari. Chairman of the Bosnia and Herzegovina UK Network, for his welcome address.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Deputy Lieutenant, dear Mayor, and the dear Ambassador of Bosnia and Herzegovina, distinguished guests, and my Bosnian fellow. Today I write this something to say, but because we are late, I will just say how important is this day, because we are celebrate statehood. But I will also say we have another important day, it is Independent Days, because we have a 25 years program, we chose to be separate Bosnia and Herzegovina independent country, and we have a war, we have some aggression in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and we also must fight to stay. And I'm very happy, and because this is a Bosnian house here in the Midlands, our house, our network of umbrella Bosnian communities in the United Kingdom, and also I will say that this house is open for everybody, any other culture, any other people who try to be in connection with us. I will say that we are here, our friends from different countries, Bosnian fellows from Austria, from Holland, from Belgium, from Luxembourg and others, sorry, but that's how we connect. And also, I must say that this day we will continue. We have this lot of places in our communities for young people, young generation. We try to connect them with us and also with the culture of these very important days for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And thank you very much for coming here. And I will let you to my colleagues later. We can speak here. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Zion. We now have Ilash Vechi and Elvir Sola from the Sarajevo National Theatre for a musical performance. Please give them a warm welcome.
Sad mi Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to join you here at Bosnia National Building as we mark the State Day for Bosnia Herzegovina. This occasion carries deep historic significance, reflects values that deeply resonate with our own city: resilience, unity, the shared pursuit of peaceful and inclusive future. Birmingham is proud to be the first civil service city in the United Kingdom, also continues to bring them rich history, culture, tradition that strengthen the fabric of our city's life. The Bosnian community holds a particularly special place in this story. Birmingham is honored to hold country consulate of Bosnia and Herzegovina. We are proud to remarkable contribution to the Bosnian community and to make to our city. We pray all students to the Bosnian and Herzegovina have a wide skills to living and sharing Bosnian heritage and culture and history. Your efforts have been fostering understanding, strengthening community values, including the future generations from the past. And that bringing back reaches beyond the Bosnian communities. The program has supported thousands of people, including refugees from Ukraine, Syria, and many other countries, demonstrating Birmingham and Bosnia commitment to compassion, solidarity, and shared humanity. I would like to acknowledge the Council, Dr. Ennis, his leadership, unwavering dedication, and contributing has helped to regulate the business community in the UK. National and international acquisition has served to strengthen the ties between Birmingham and Bosnian community. On behalf of our city, I would like to extend my warmest congratulations on the good vision. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Please give a warm welcome to Haris Gazibegovic, a graduate of the Bosnian Supplementary School, who will recite a poem.
Kako bolan nema Bosne, a Miljacka teče? Kako bolan nema Bosne, a Sana ide? Ti misliš da ona ne ide, al sami za hajvanu, pogledaj, ide. Ide Sana, ide Sava, ide Drina, ide Ukrina, ide Vrbas, ide Bosna, ide Lašva, ide željeznica. Svi oni i one idu, a ti đeđeš, nemaš kud. Ide Bolan i Lonska, u njega utiče ruka. Tu riba ima, tu si ti trebao ribe hvatat, a ne moju kuću rušiti. Ti si trebao otići na ovu lunu, zasje s komšijama i zapjevat. Ah, meraka u večeri rane, a ne se hvatat granata i djecu po gradovima ubijat. Sram te bilo. Da imaš imalo duše, ko što je nemaš, ti bi znao. Dok god te rijeke teku Bosne ima, a tebe nema ni u mojoj šubi na mom plafonu, gdje se džakal hajvani zaplače. Jer u moju šubu i kad se hajvani zaplače, postaju domaće životinje, a ti ni to ne možeš. Joj, kad te nako jal za mali, jal za veliki nožni prst svežem kanapom pa te pustim iz Vrbas. Joj, kako ću te popit pivo moja i zapjevati ko što ti nikad niko zapjevu nije. Narodno veselje. Noi, Kanonako, sono bene, Ushehe, a sveme probada potavanima, pohnem se na šehidluke i kažem, ama nije bolan samo tvoja i moja je. Nije bolan samo vaša i naša je i bit će je ako Bog da.
Your Excellency, Lord Mayor, Honorary Consul, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, Dobra Večer. Good evening. It is an honour to join you this evening on behalf of His Majesty's Lord Lieutenant of the West Midlands to celebrate Bosnia and Herzegovina Statehood Day. My sincerest thanks to our hosts, the Bosnia and Herzegovina UK Network, for your warm welcome, hospitality, and bringing us together here today. Today we mark 25th of November, Statehood Day, a day of profound significance for Bosnia and Herzegovina, a moment to honour its sovereignty, its resilience, and its democratic power. Celebrating this year in Birmingham reflects the strength of our region's diversity and its deep connections around the world. The Bosnian community has made and continues to make an outstanding contribution to the United Kingdom. It does this economically, socially, and culturally. Many of the Bosnian diaspora have rebuilt their lives here after unimaginable hardship, and your determination to succeed continues to enrich our local community here. This spirit of service and resilience also reflects the priorities close to His Majesty the King: unity, cultural heritage, and community, values that bind us together and inspire hope for the future. We also recognise the many partnerships between the UK and Bosnian institutions, partnerships in education, in business, and in cultural exchange. I think it's also important to say that as we celebrate, we also remember the genocide in Srebrenica. A very solemn reminder of the need for vigilance against hatred in all its forms. The UK remains committed to peace and reconciliation, and we commend organisations such as Remembering Srebrenica for their important work, in fact vital work, in promoting understanding. The United Kingdom stands as a steadfast friend of Bosnia and Herzegovina through our shared values of tolerance and pluralism. And Dr. Ardis's appointment as Honorary Consul will be pivotal to strengthening these ties. Let me conclude by offering my congratulations to all of you on this special occasion. My warmest wishes for an enjoyable evening ahead. And in the spirit of His Majesty's priorities, may our friendship continue to flourish for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you. We would now like to invite to the stage students from the Bosnian Supplementary School, Maja Golosh and Alma Gazibegovic, for their performance.
Šta to gledaš? Gledam ovaj globus, ali nikako da nađem Bosnu i Hercegovinu. Tako je mala, ko da se sakreva. Ma nije se sakrila malo, nego je skromna, ali srce joj je veliko. Stvarno, naravno, na toj maloj tački ima planina, rijeka, more i mnogo dobrih ljudi. Onda je to najljepša tačka na svijetu. I danas 25. novembra obilježavamo Dan državnosti Bosne i Hercegovine. Bosna i Hercegovina, malena globus, ali velika u našim srcima. Sretan Dan državnosti Bosne i Hercegovine.
Bravo!
Maja.
Bravo, Maja. Bravo!
Tobom su prošli ratovi, oblaci crnih zastava, ali su stali svatovi i pjesma nije zastala. Jeli zamba, divljan, pisa svog imena cvijet, u tebi zemljo nastao, da ti se divi svijet. Jeli zamba, divljan, pisa svog imena cvijet, u tebi zemljo nastao, da ti se divi svijet. Kad nam se suze žalosti na grobovima svi u jednu suzu sliju, a jedna to si ti. Jeli to su prošli ratovi, oblaci crnih zastava, a nisu stali svatovi i pjesma nije zastala.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and distinct privilege to invite to the stage His Excellency Željko Komšić, Chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, to address us. Please give him a warm welcome.
Dobro večer svima zemljaki i zemljaci. Smo promijenili scenariju govor od naših prijatelja iz Velike Britanije. Pomoćemo stanje koja prevodi gledačko drži i što je jednostavniji u ovom govoru.
Good evening, our dear gentlemen in the room. We have adapted this speech just because of our dear guests from the UK, so we will have the interpretation too. We will try to be as short as possible though.
Dakle, ja se prije svega zahvaljujem dame i gospodi zemljaci i zemljaci, uvaženi gosti, naši britanski prijatelji, na prilici da večeras budemo ovdje sa vama.
First of all, I would really like to thank you all, our dear countrymen, our dear guests, and the guests from the UK, for this opportunity to gather all here tonight.
Moram reći da sam obradovan, prije svega zbog svega onoga što ovdje radite, kao i zbog onoga kako vas tretiraju cijeli naši britanski prijatelji.
I have to say that I'm really glad because of everything that you are doing here, for everything that you have been accomplishing, but also for the warm hospitality and the reception that our and your hosts from the UK have been granting to you, and also how well you have been received here in the UK.
Samo par rečenica o organu koji je veliki dan istorije Bosne i Hercegovine.
Now I would like to share a few sentences about a day of major importance for Bosnia and Herzegovina, the 25th of November.
Da bi shvatili važnost tog dana i svega onoga što je tada dešavalo, moramo se vratiti u dane Drugi svjetski rat, kada se gotovo u srcu Evrope organizuje zasjedanje, nazovimo ga kako prvog bosanskog parlamenta u ratu Drugog svjetskog rata.
Now, to go back to the day that I've just referred to, we have to go back to the history, we have to go back to World War II, and to a very important day when basically the first parliament, the original shape of the first parliament of Bosnia and Herzegovina was formed.
Koliko je to bilo vizionarski, procijenite sami.
It was a very visionary day, a very visionary occasion, and how visionary it was indeed, I will leave it to you to interpret.
Ono što je važno istaći jeste da se sve dešavalo u okviru Narodno-oslobodilačkog pokreta, dakle
jedine sile koja se u tom trenutku borila protiv Njemaca, Italijana i Kislinga na području, kako su rekao, pogotovo Bosne i Hercegovine, sve evropske dobro održavljaju u Bosni i Hercegovini.
Our People's Liberation Movement was actually something that we have to thank for. So this is a movement that was fighting against the Germans, the Italians, and the Quislings on the whole territory where the war activities took place during World War II.
Dakle, prvo zasjedanje Zadlobiha 1943. jeste zapravo znak da se u Narodno-oslobodilačkom pokretu, koji nije bio sastavljen samo od komunista, bilo je tih predstavnika raznih političkih opcija, prepoznala i želja naroda Bosne i Hercegovine da imaju svoju republiku u budućoj generaciji.
It is important to say that this body, what actually eventually became the Parliament of Bosnia and Herzegovina, called Zadnovic, which is the abbreviation of it, was not only consisting of the communists, it was also consisting of others who wished for the same roles. And it's important that I share with you what actually happened back in 1943 during the session that is very important for the rest of the history of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Na tom zasjedanju Zadnovica donesene su odluke koje su zapravo proglasile Bosnu i Hercegovinu, buduću republiku okviru Jugoslavije, zemljom svih, i Srba, i Hrvata, i tada muslimana, kako se govorilo danas Bošnjaka, i svih onih ljudi koji žive u Bosni i Hercegovini. Utvrdili ravnopravnost naroda koji su živjeli tada i danas žive u Bosni i Hercegovini.
That session of Zadnovic, of that body, was actually the first session where it was decided what the future form of Bosnia and Herzegovina, then Republic, but also the future country of Bosnia and Herzegovina was going to be. And those decisions actually mandated the equality of back then Serbs, Croats, and what back then used to be called Muslims, but the Bosnians of Bosnia and Herzegovina today.
Na drugom zasjedanju Zadnovica, održanom godinu kasnije u Sanskom mostu, donesena je odluka koja je išla daleko ispred svog vremena, koja se ticala opštih političkih prava svih građanki i građana Bosne i Hercegovine.
Now, the second session of Zadnovic that took place a year later in the town of Sanski Most actually had to do with the definition of the equality, the citizen equality of all citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina. This was quite a pioneering decision, by the way, that was well ahead of the time that it was shapen.
To je tada odlučeno, 43. i 44.
So those were decisions made about our future back in 1943 and 1944.
I danas Bosna i Hercegovina živi istu ideju.
Bosnia and Herzegovina continues to live this idea still today.
Jednakosti, potpune jednakosti naroda Bosne i Hercegovine.
The idea of equality of the people, all the citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina still lives today in our country.
Ali jednakosti nas pojedinaca.
When I say equality, I mean the equality of all individuals, of
Kao
all.
individua, ne kao pripadnika bilo kojeg naroda, nego kao pojedinac.
Specifically, it means individuals, regardless of what nationality, regardless of what ethnic background, all individuals that live in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Tu filozofiju Zadnovica, vjerovali ili ne vjerovali, čak je preuzeo i Dejtonski sporazum što bi to smisla.
That idea, that philosophy of Zadnovic from the 1940s was also taken over by the Dayton Peace Agreement that was signed with it.
Isti način je postavljen Dejtonski mirovni sporazum.
The Dayton Peace Agreement is based on the same foundation as those very decisions from 43 and 44.
Druga je stvar što politike nisu do kraja proveli Dejtonski mirovni sporazum na način da se implementira jedan faktor i drugi faktor.
Now, the lack of implementation of the set politics by the politics actually is a whole other issue.
Kako god, 25. novembra 1943. nakon gotovo 1000 godina obnovljena je državnost Bosne i Hercegovine.
But regardless of anything, this actually meant the reanimation of the statehood of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Da ne ponavljam, kako je Bosna i Hercegovina prije toga, mnogo prije toga bila država. Bila je kraljevstvo, iz 12. stoljeća potiču prvi pisani tragovi o toj državi. Bila je pod upravom Otomanske imperije kao Bosna skoro 500 godina. Bila je poseban korpus u okviru Austro-Ugarske monarhije. Bila je republika u sastavu tadašnje socijalističke Jugoslavije. Dakle, Bosna i Hercegovina kao zemlja, kao država je duboko ukorijenjena i ima svoje duboke temelje i utemeljenje i u istoriji, i u politici, i u društvenim procesima i sve.
Bosnia and Herzegovina as a state has its past back in the history, and we are speaking of 1,000 years of history. Back in the 12th century, we have the references of Bosnia and Herzegovina as a kingdom, and then throughout the history, I will not go into details of the role and the shape that Bosnia and Herzegovina had back in the Ottoman Empire during the time of the Austro-Hungarian Empire as one of the four republics in Yugoslavia, and the shape that Bosnia and Herzegovina exists in today.
Ali, 25. godine 1943. je rečeno da vraćamo se opet na ono što jeste Bosna i Hercegovina. Samostalna i suštini nezavisna republika u okviru Jugoslavijske federacije.
But independent Bosnia and Herzegovina is the definition that the November 25th of 1943 revitalized.
Da nije bilo 25. novembra 1943. ne bi bio mogućni prvi rat 1992. odnosno proglašenje nezavisnosti. Ta su dva datuma na zemlju povezana.
If it was not for 25th November 1943, we would also not have 1st March 1992, which was actually the declaration of independence of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So those two days are closely interconnected.
Što je ova priča važna, ne samo politička?
Now, why is all this important and not only political?
Ova priča mnogo govori o Bosni i Hercegovini i ljudima Bosne i Hercegovine.
This introduction tells us all we need to know about Bosnia and Herzegovina as a country and its people.
Mi smo, kada nas gledate sa strane, dosta čudni ljudi.
When you look at us as an outsider, we may seem as a very strange bunch.
Količina nepravde koju možemo da trpimo izgleda gotovo nevjerovatno, izgleda mazohistično.
The amount of injustice that we were able to suffer to bear with seems almost masochistic at times.
I to da je trpimo na način takav da izgleda kao da nas čak i ne pogađa.
The way we dealt with all this injustice was to basically ignore it, to pretend as if it didn't exist.
Ali kad eksplodira, onda svi neprijatelji vide snagu Bosne i Hercegovine, Bosanaca i Hercegovine.
But when we stop ignoring it, when we explore, then all the others see the strength of
nije draga, koji dalje žele da je nauke, nisu ništa naučili iz istorije.
It is obvious that those who are not fond of Bosnia and Herzegovina, who wish to destroy Bosnia and Herzegovina even today, have learned nothing from history.
Ja im preporučujem da ponovno prođu taj istorijski kurs. Bolje će biti za njih.
What I recommend to them would be to go once again through this historical course, because it would be beneficial for them, but also for us at the same time.
U svakom slučaju, zaustavit se ovdje priča o Bosni i Hercegovini, onome što je rešavalo u Bosni i Hercegovini, za mene nešto o čemu mogu pričati cijelu noć.
In any case, I will stop here, because the history of Bosnia and Herzegovina and everything that has happened through our history is a topic that I could speak of for hours.
Iskoristit ću još ovu priliku na kraju, čestitam svima sretan 25. novembar, dan državnosti naše jedine domovine.
But I will use this opportunity to congratulate our state today, November 25th, to all of you.
Ali ću iskoristiti priliku da se zahvalim našim distanskim prijateljima.
And I will also use the opportunity to thank our UK friends.
Na tome što su prihvatili ove ljude, ne samo u ovom gradu, Prištini, Velike Britanije.
Thank you for accepting all those people who came from Bosnia and Herzegovina, not only here, not only in Birmingham, but also throughout the UK.
Što su im otvorili mogućnost da budu jednakopravni građani Velike Britanije.
Thank you for giving them the opportunity to be equal citizens of the United Kingdom.
Što poštuju cijene našu tradiciju, kulturu i vjeru.
Thank you for respecting our culture, our tradition, and our faith.
Što se ponašaju na kraju krajeva to pravi prijatelj.
Thank you for treating us as true friends.
I nemojte mi zamjeriti, ja moram jedno ime večeras ovdje da pomenujem.
Don't hold it against me, but I will have to mention one name in specific.
Riječ o organizaciji Privremeni Srebrenica.
And I will have to mention one organization along with that name, and I'm speaking about the Remembering Servants organization.
Znam da je nezgodno pominjati imena, ali ja moram.
I know that it's not always necessarily a good idea to single everyone out, but I will have to do it tonight.
Posebno želim da zahvalim doktoru Vakar Lazmir.
Special thanks.
Vi ste sigurno bolje upućeni u sve ono što je u radnju i što radi i sigurno sve da će raditi dalje.
I'm sure that you know him much more than me, and I'm sure that you are quite well informed about everything that he has done, he's doing, and will continue doing, I'm certain.
Ali ono što ja do sada vidio,
But from everything that I've seen so far,
zaslužuje da kaže hvala i srca vam hvala.
Bravo.
Ima takve prijatelje širom svijeta. Lakše nam je sve prepoznaći s takvim ljudima.
I'm glad that Bosnia and Herzegovina has such friends throughout the world, because with friends such as him, it is much easier to go and to deal with all the problems that he's encountering now.
Obećao sam da neću dugo, malo sam pretjerao, ali uživam u slava. Hvala vam na svemu. Želim da budu sretne u životu od nas.
Ako Bog da.
Izvinite, još malo reći. Ja imam privilegiju da doktoru Vakaru Lazmiru u ime svoje predsjedavajućeg predsjedništva, a vjerujem da govorim u ime velikog broja ljudi u Bosni i Hercegovini, uručujem jedno skromno opravdanje.
So, on behalf of myself and the chairman of the presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, but I'm sure this sentiment is shared with many citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina, I would like this opportunity to actually present to Mr. Azmi a small token of appreciation.
Prevedite to da možda da razumiju ovi naši.
Most important document in Bosnian history. Yes.
So this is the charter of Napoleon Mann.
Bravo, dakle.
Truly humbling. To receive a presidential award is an honor for anyone. And Mr. President, from the bottom of my heart, I accept this on behalf of all the volunteers on the local boards and the 1,500 community champions who do so much to commemorate Srebrenica Memorial Day each year with your parents. Mr. President, thank you so much for this great honor. But to receive it on
on an evening where we are celebrating Bosnia Statehood Day. Bosnian Statehood Day is about rejecting fascism, rejecting hatred. It is about coexistence. It is about treating everyone fairly, equally, everyone living like true brothers and sisters. That's what Bosnian Statehood Day is. To receive this honor on this occasion, and to receive it from a president who lives the ideal of Bosnian Statehood Day. A president who is a proud member of the presidency, but he is loved by all communities across Bosnia and Herzegovina. And Mr. President, you're loved by communities in the United Kingdom for what you stand for what you believe, and what you have fought for. A true patriot who fought in the Bosnian War, but who continues to fight to bring all communities together, to realize the dream that Bosnia and Herzegovina is the beautiful country where everyone can live side by side and have the equality and fairness, despite all those people who are trying to destroy this unity and this coexistence. Mr. President, thank you for this great honor.
Thank you. I would now like to invite to the stage Dr. Anis Zilic.
Your Excellency, President of the Townships, Lord Mayor Gillingham, Deputy Lieutenant, Councils, friends, we've got two ambassadors. Can you imagine? Ambassadors from Portuguese and ambassador from the welcome to Bosnia House. We have honor to welcome our president 3 days ago in the parliament. And I had the honor to welcome him and say first sentence, thank you to United Kingdom for opening its doors when we needed it most. Thank you. Bosnia House is actually what our country is, what this day, State Today, is about. House for being for everyone. We are so proud that Bosnia House is now a place where our Syrian, Ukrainian, and many other nationalities, communities with similar war experience finding a place to come together and start rebuilding their lives together. We are proud of it. Thank you to William, to all our friends that have been helping us over the years. Thank you to the tenancy office as well. I can say this. If this organization doesn't deserve an award for what they've done over 30 years, I don't know what organization deserves it. There is always time to practice. I know it's been a long day for some of us that's coming here midday. There will be food soon after this. We got just a few awards together. First award is for a person that's been fighting for our country in the war, been fighting after the war, and still is fighting for that. That's for exceptional President Veljko Komšić. The next award is for a person. What we see here is a Bosnia House in Birmingham. We have a similar center in Derby, and the person being behind that 30 years, he dedicated his life to that. Is manager Ferit Kevic. Can you please applause? We have our ex-ambassador, present ambassador. Absolutely, we've been having great support and community from our bottom line. We use this opportunity to take our previous one for our present one into the market. One actually third award is for a person that worked as a forensic, worked for International Tribunal in the Hague, gathering evidence for those that committed crime during the war. We are proud to say that he's our patron, or patron was his connector, but also he's ambassador of Remembrance in Srebrenica. It's Mr. Robert McNair. Thank you, President. Thank you all for coming. Please do this here. For our non-Bosnians, please join us with the President. There is just a group of thousands of people here. That's a place for them. You'll follow me. Thank you all.
Mama.
you.